Hello, everyone.
Great to meet you. So while you're getting your deck up, Alkemy Environmental is a clean technology company that recycles industrial waste into structural grade, lightweight concrete aggregate. We look forward to the presentation today.
Thank you. Same here. Thank you all for the time. As mentioned, my company, Alkemy Environmental, holds patented technology for recycling industrial waste streams into structural grade, lightweight concrete aggregates. For those of you who are not too familiar with the concrete space or aggregates, we're essentially talking about sand and gravel. They make up 70% of your standard concrete mix. The rest is cement, water, and air. Alkemy solution can replace the entire aggregate portion of a concrete mix with our synthetic aggregate product, which is produced wholly from waste materials. It can be used in all major concrete applications, from structural ready mix, precast, to masonry concrete applications. Our product offers the same performance as the mined minerals used today, costs less, and is 100% environmentally sustainable. Next slide here gives you a snapshot in terms of where our technology fits in the current market landscape. All the way on the left-hand side, what you'll see is current lightweight aggregate production process, where our competitors are mining shale and slate rock, manufacturing it into a lightweight aggregate product using the same equipment Alkemy does, and then selling it off into the concrete market. In the middle, you have current industrial waste disposal practices, pretty straightforward. Industrial facility produces waste, they pay somebody to haul it off and dump it in a landfill. Where Alkemy's solution fits in this equation is that we replace the landfill as a disposal option for these facilities. We take the waste material, turn it into a lightweight aggregate product, and sell it now as a green building product into the construction industry. Our manufacturing process uses all off-the-shelf equipment that can easily be deployed and scaled. It can be broken down in 5 simple steps, where it's waste pretreatment, material mixing, where we're optimizing the waste feedstock based on its chemical composition to hit the target properties of the product the buyer is looking for, which is a main competitive advantage of our technology. So we have a broad application base of products and specs that we can go after in the concrete space. Then it goes through a agglomeration process where we can adjust the sizing from coarse to very fine sands, thermal treatment, and eventually after thermal treatment, it's cooled and sold off into the concrete marketplace. We can recycle over 16 different types of industrial waste streams using our technology. Some examples of this would be waste from waste energy plants, coal combustion plants, wastewater treatment plants, mining waste, paper mill and paper pulp waste. The list goes on and on. We can recycle these waste streams individually on their own or combine them together, giving us broad feedstock defensibility in our process. So we ever lose access to one waste material, we can replace it in another. And since we get paid for each waste stream we take into our process, this also turns in economic defensibility in our model too. In terms of marketplace, aggregates are the second largest traded commodity on earth. It's a $100 billion marketplace in the US. Alkemy plans on first going after the $600 million lightweight aggregate subsector of this space, and then expanding out to larger marketplaces in the general sand and gravel space, in about a $19 billion marketplace there. In terms of competitive advantages, we outperform our competitors on both price, performance, and environmental sustainability. Both existing movers in the synthetic aggregate space and your traditional players who are mining the raw materials to produce a product, as the table here outlines. In terms of how we make money, well, Alkemy plans on owning and operating its own facilities to turn waste into aggregates, where we get paid on both inputs and outputs. On average, you're looking at about a $30 a ton tip fee, or for the revenue we will gain from accepting waste materials into the facility. We have a $35 a ton total OPEX cost to turn waste into aggregate, and we're targeting a $40 a ton price point for our product. What that means for the individual channel partners working with us is, for the waste suppliers sending us their waste instead of to a landfill, a 25% cost savings, and the benefit of meeting their ESG targets, becoming a zero waste to landfill facility. For the aggregate buyers, you're looking at about a 35% cost savings over our competitors, and we're looking at a 58% profit margin on our process. So what we've done so far, we've successfully completed the commercial scale pilot testing of our technology, had that independently certified by a third-party engineering firm as being both commercially viable and scalable. Our aggregate has passed international ASTM building standards, along with both US and EU environmental regulations, proving it's not only structurally sound, but 100% environmentally safe. We're backed by and have worked with key partners, such as Sinagro, graduates of the TechStars Heritage Group program, and just recently we are winners of Saint-Gobain's Healthy Building Challenge, which is one of the largest building materials companies in the world. So we have strategic relationships both in the waste industry and in the building materials sector. Team behind the solution is a talented group of industry experts and leaders, starting off with my co-founder, who's the brains of the operation here, Sophia Bethanis. She's the inventor of the Alkemy solution. She holds a PhD in civil and environmental engineering from Imperial College. I myself have a background in startup business and corporate development, and we brought in some key advisors from the industrial space with background in terms of commercializing industrial technologies, environmental engineering, and along with experts in the waste management industry. In terms of impact of our technology, you're looking at from the commercialization of our technology just in the US market alone, diverting over 10 million tons of industrial waste annually from landfills, eliminating the mining of raw materials, eliminating over 2 million metric tons of CO2 emissions annually, and conserving over 30 trillion BTUs of energy annually, along with improving the energy efficiency of homes through the use of our lightweight ceramic aggregates. That is all. Happy to answer any questions you guys might have, and look forward to your feedback.
Thank you very much, Peter. Does anybody have any questions for Peter right off the bat? I see one in the chat.
I'm just wondering, Peter, about that. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You're based in Boston. I'm just wondering about the difference in the marketplaces. There's certainly a lot of regulation as well coming through the pipeline on low carbon technologies, including concrete. How are you navigating, and how's Canada and Alberta treating you as a possible market?
So there's already, as I mentioned, our beachhead market is the lightweight aggregate space. There's already a lightweight aggregate market in Canada. So we know that there's a demand for the material. What we're stepping in and providing is a green building product that's sustainable and is cheaper. So we know there's a great opportunity in Canada, and also from the industrial sector. Canada has a strong industrial base. So we know from a feedstock side, that there's a lot of opportunities there in terms of either from mining waste or other sectors from the paper mill and paper pulp industry that we can target in terms of recycling waste materials from.
Great. And are there any kind of partnerships or research relationships that you're looking for from groups in Edmonton or Alberta or elsewhere? Or are you pretty settled on your product? It's all off the shelf, I guess, a lot of it?
The equipment's all off the shelf. We're always looking for, exploring strategic relationships, either from individuals in the heavy industrial sector, the waste producers, waste management companies, and or on the other end, from building materials companies, concrete companies, that we can work with in the marketplace to help us to kind of accelerate the commercialization of our technology, along with potential facilities where we could toll manufacture our solution in Canada too, is a way we're kind of exploring our path towards commercialization in certain markets.
That's fantastic. I have a quick question. You say you were able to recycle 16 different types of waste. What can't you recycle?
So all the waste, industrial waste streams are all non-hazardous waste streams. And from material makeup, it's somewhat homogeneous. Obviously, there's a differentiation in terms of the chemical composition of the waste stream. But you're basically looking at a sludge or ash material. What we stay away from is materials like a construction demolition waste that has a lot of variability where you need to do a lot of sorting from it, unless it can be some uniform waste stream that's already been kind of separated, we'll look at. But basically, from a high level view, we look at waste streams that have a silica, alumina, alkali, and alkali composition. And it doesn't have to have all those things, but certain aspects of them that we can take in and recycle into the ceramic products we produce.
Thank you very much. I think we're at time. There are some additional questions, I think, in the chat, but I really appreciated today's that presentation. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you all.